herself a breather.
But trouble, here it comes.
Hip attack connects.
Well, you're talking about a collision.
And now, oh no, it's Skye Blue countered the Storm Zero. But now the high stack, and Toni Storm did it.
The winner of this match is still.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoon Delight. Let's talk about, I'm going to talk about Mariah May in the next video, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. So let's talk about the match first. So Toni Storm, because the reason why I thought I was going to do Mariah May first was because her interview with Renee Paquette was before this match. So, but I'm going to do it in reverse order. So Toni Storm had her AEW Women's Championship on the line for the first time since she won it at Full Gear, as she went against Skye Blue. So she came out with Luther and Mariah May. Mariah May was holding her fur coat or whatever that she usually comes out with, or whatever y'all want to call it. She was holding it ringside. There was something that was interesting that happened, though, with Mariah May. I'm going to go over that after the match, though. Oh, yeah, I forgot I got to talk about Rio. So it's actually going to be 3 videos. But let's talk about Toni Storm first, though. Toni Storm versus Skye Blue. So Skye Blue has been on the road. She actually won the match on Rampage for her team against what was it? So it's the first time she's pinned Ruby Soho in AEW, but she still hasn't won a singles match against her yet. Saraya and Anna Jane, that trios match. I believe it was Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander who was Skye Blue's teammates. What we know so far about Skye Blue is she's still not an official heel yet, which is weird. We still don't know exactly when that trigger is going to be pushed with her. But, you know, she's been in this program with Toni Storm because when she was doing her acceptance speech at Dynamite a couple of weeks ago in Chicago, Skye Blue took the shine from Toni Storm. And that's basically how we got this match. But it's a AEW championship opportunity for her. And let me say this. One thing that's different, when you watch a Toni Storm match now, there's a lot of antics and theatrics and stuff in her matches now. It's definitely a lot different than it used to be with Toni Storm matches. So it's a lot of funny moments and stuff like that. And the fans are really into it. Like, it was a little bit quiet at the start of the match, and then as the match ramped on, especially when we came out of the commercial break, the fans were really into what was going on here. Because Skye Blue was wrestling a really good match against Toni. So let me go over how it went. So they applauded when Storm took Blue down, and they nearly when they went silent when Blue actually returned the favor, right? Storm had Blue at ringside heading into the PIP break, and then come out of the PIP break, Blue performed a hip attack on Storm because she started to get her momentum, who was seated in the corner. Skye followed up with a running boot to the head. Blue hit her with a cold blue finisher. And this is one of the things I didn't like about what AEW did all night, man. I didn't like how the wrestlers were breaking out of the finishers. That's something like the cold blue should not be something that she was able to easily kick out of Toni Storm. It shouldn't have just been used at all. I feel like, I hate this in general with wrestling. It's not just AEW. Seen a lot in the WWE and some of the other companies. Just don't use the finisher. One thing that I loved in the Tatum Paxley match, her last 2 matches when she lost, she didn't get a chance to use the Cycle Trap. And that Cycle Trap is a very impressive move, by the way. Make sure y'all go and I got it on a couple of my videos. If you just type in Tatum Paxley, the ones that she won, that's when she used it. Oh, you could go and look on YouTube. She didn't use it in those 2 matches. That's what I love about it. It makes the move look strong. Don't have people use finishers unless it's a long match. It's like a classic. It going on like 40 minutes, like we said at Forbidden Door with Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay or something like that. Bro, don't use the finishers. Like, just don't use the damn finishers, bro. Like, I don't understand why the loser has to use a finisher, bro. Just don't have them use the finisher. So that's one of the things I hate seeing. But Storm joined Blue on the ropes and the superplexed her. Storm struck a pose and the screen went black and white. They did the black and white filter maybe about 2 or 3 times in this match. So that's something new that they're doing too with her matches. While she performed a hip attack in the corner, and then right back to the color. It went right back to color after that. Blue set up for a Storm Zero, but Blue countered it into a pin. This is, again, why have people use these finishers if they're going to kick out or be able to get out of it? Which Storm reversed and got the 3 count, and that was all she wrote for Skye Blue. This match went over 9 minutes, and Toni Storm retains the AEW Women's Championship. To nobody's real surprise, I don't think, even if I did a poll for this, I don't think anybody would have been surprised if Toni Storm retained. She just got the belt. It actually wouldn't have been a good spot for Skye Blue to win. The way they're building up Skye Blue, it needs to be a moment when she finally gets it, man. It needs to be a special moment. It needs to be at a pay-per-view. I say give it to her in a year or two. I say like 2025 at the earliest. Give it to her then. And it has to be the right setup. Like, if she could go through the whole year with this heel program that she's going to run, and people are into it enough where they really want Skye Blue to get the championship, then you could do it at that point. Let her get momentum with the fans, too, as far as, letting her get it. So, I think they went the right route. Toni Storm celebrate. I love her theme. I talked about this in my Full Gear video, how that theme is a really good theme for Toni and her character, man. I love it. I love the thing. But what was interesting was Mariah May. We're going to talk about this in the Mariah May video. She wasn't there when the match ended to celebrate with Toni. Like, that was kind of weird. And Excalibur mentioned that. And so that's something that I want to talk about because there's a reason why they did that. Then Rio came out. Started being Toni Storm. So it looks like that's going to be Toni Storm's next challenger is Rio. I hope they actually say that match for World's End. I think Rio and Toni Storm will be a pretty good match at World's End. So hopefully they hold it till then. We're going to talk about that segment next. But give me your thoughts on this. Toni Storm gets a big retaining win against Skye Blue. But this was Skye Blue's best match to date. She was very good in this match, bro. Very good in this match. Skye Blue, they put on a classic. I would love to see Toni Storm and Skye Blue go at it again. I didn't think the match was going to be this good. It was really good, bro. Definitely going to have to consider it in my top 20 women's matches of the year, bro. For real. So we'll see. But go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Y'all. Thank y'all for watching After Dudes Delight.